So, I saw a comment yesterday, 2 days or yesterday, and this guy says he found out that his girlfriend was cheating. I found out my girlfriend was cheating maybe a month ago or something, and I don't know what to do. I still love her. I don't know what to do. And I think there were some other things that, if I see the comment, I'm going to let you guys, I'm going to share it with you. If I try to find it, I'll share it with you guys. I still love her. I want to take her back. No, you don't want to take her back. You don't want to take her back, okay? The woman has already disrespected you enough to cheat on you. Yes, you still love her. You think, apparently, you still love her. That is not love. There's a very big chance that you're dealing with a narcissist. Even if you don't know that already, you have probably been dealing with a narcissist. The narcissist has cheated on you, and at the same time, they don't want to let you go. What you're dealing with is a trauma bond. You are dealing with a trauma bond. A trauma bond, in my own experience, is something that is manufactured by a narcissist to make them very emotionally connected to you. So the both of you are going to kind of get a very strong emotional connection, because that's what the narcissist needs to make this relationship carry on. Okay, that's what they need. So they need this strong emotional connection. Whenever you feel you want to leave them, they have messed you up, they have gaslighted you, they have manipulated you, they have cheated on you. You cannot let them go. There is nothing you can do. You want to break away, it's almost impossible. You are dealing with a trauma bond. I know how a trauma bond feels. I've been in a trauma bond for quite a while, back in the days, back in the years. You have got a toxic attachment to somebody. So this is an attachment that you have to a toxic individual, and you can barely find any ways and means to release them emotionally. So you go away from them, get away from them, maybe a discard has happened or whatever. And then 2 days, 2 weeks, maybe a month, you're longing for that connection. You want them to connect to you, you want them to call you. You're sneaking around on their workplace, at their workplace. Maybe you will see them around. All those are signs of a highly trauma bonded individual. The people that you see getting hoovered again and again, those are the people that have been deeply trauma bonded, and they don't have any way out of those situationships. They cannot break away. They will try, they will fail. They will try again, they will fail. They keep on going in and out. They cannot break away permanently. Those are signs of a highly trauma bonded individual. I've got news for you. If you are that person in a similar situation, I've got news for you. It is very possible to break a trauma bond, okay? You don't have to worry about this. It is very possible. It takes time and some work. But you can actually break away from a trauma bond. 2 ways. The first one, you can break that trauma bond physically. And the second way, you can break that trauma bond emotionally, or I could say energetically. I'm going to do a whole video on how to energetically break away from a narcissist, to break the trauma bond, because what is holding you, the energy which is between you and the narcissist, there's an energy that is between you and the narcissist that doesn't allow you to live. And they know this. Those nurses, they know this. So they have manufactured this trauma bond to keep you a slave in those kind of entanglements, okay? Now, what do you have to do? What can you do to break out of this trauma bond? Because you cannot be free without breaking a trauma bond. It's going to be difficult to claim your freedom when you cannot break a trauma bond. It's going to be very hard. What you do, number one, first of all, you're going through a discard with a narcissist, create a distance. You can start by the simple things like breaking away physically, okay? Walk out of the vicinity. Yes, I know it's hard. It has been hard for all of us, but for the ones of us who have done it, it has worked. Follow our guidance. Get a physical separation from them. Get away, move away. Okay, pack your bags secretly, walk away. And don't worry about the pain, because there's going to be a lot of pain. You're going to feel the pain of leaving that person, but you have to do it. Okay, if you really want to break a trauma bond, listen to this video. Pack your bags secretly, walk away. You may have to run if you have to. You can crawl if you have to, but you have to walk away. You get yourself in a safe distance, somewhere, comfortable place that you know you're out of the vicinity. So they're not going to find you walking to the shops or running to the gym, okay? Try to get away as far as you can, because if you get away and you're still in the same vicinity, then you can best believe they're going to run into you when you're going shopping, or they're going to find you in the gym, or they may find you in a local pub or a local restaurant. So get away from the vicinity as far away as you can. Number two, you're going to have to initiate no contact. It's also one of the most difficult things for an empath. No contact helps you to, you don't need any form of conversations with them, okay? Don't need to call them. Don't call them. Don't call them. Don't ask them, who was that boy I found you with in the shops? Who was this girl I caught you with? Don't ask them. Don't ask them who is that. Call them to ask them who sent that message on the phone. Don't ask them. Go no contact. Go ghost. If you've got their phone numbers stored in your phone, you can start taking some steps to change the names. Actually, I would even recommend you delete those numbers from your phone, okay? If there is something that you still have with them, some form of contacts that you have with them, then you can change the name. You can switch the name. You might have had the name, for example, Mr. Handsome or Babe or Gorgeous or whatever. There's a name that's stored in your phone. You need to start by switching that name, okay? Find a name that doesn't mean anything. Try to write the name as a tree. Put their name in your phone as a tree. Actually, me, I would recommend get the name out, get the number out of your phone. You can write it down on a small piece of paper, and you can put it in a place that you can remember, and you will not forget. But let that number get out of your phone, okay? So when they call you, yes, you will recognize the number. You might have to discuss a few things, maybe about the children, about the bills, about the loan that you took in the loans, like took in the bank, from the bank, the car financing and everything, the mortgage, okay? When the conversation is finished, delete that phone call and delete the call logs, okay? Don't do SMSs, don't do messaging, don't fumble their DMs, asking them all these things. Don't ask anything. Go ghost. Empaths, train yourselves how to be free. Train yourselves how to be independent. Train yourselves how to break away from toxic people. It requires some exercise, but when you put your energy into it, it will work for you. Okay? Go no contact. Number three, stop visiting, those pubs. You used to go to the pubs with them. You used to go to these restaurants. You used to go to the gym. There's those places that you used to go when you was with those people. Stop visiting those places. Okay? Stop visiting those places that you used to visit when you was with the narcissist. Don't go back to the same gym. Don't go back to the same cafes. Don't go back to the same home. Don't go back to any place that you know you went with the narcissist. And when you're leaving the narcissist, also very important to remember, you need to live with only the things that are resonating with you. Don't try to live with the equipment that belongs to them. Don't try to live with their shirts. Don't try to live with their clothes. Don't try to live with their stuff that you know that actually somewhere, somehow, partly belongs to them. Leave the stuff behind. Okay? Another thing, which is number 4, what you will do, empaths, is try to understand, identify mutual friends and family members that you have with them. Their sisters, their brothers, their uncles, their friends, their workmates. Identify all those people. When you're getting away from the narcissist, you have to understand they have got a very long connection and a very big connection of webs. It's a network of people. All these people you see on the sides that may not even mean anything to you, all those are potential agents and flying monkeys for the narcissist. So whatever it is that you're going to speak, to discuss with them, they're going to share it with the narcissist. They will be telling them and updating them on each and every move that you're making. Okay? What am I saying here is that you have to release the flying monkeys as well. Let them go. Okay? The same way that you've blocked the narcissist and got no contact is the same way you're going to do with all the flying monkeys. And again, be very careful, because some of these flying monkeys, they may appear to be very nice and very soft with you and very kind towards you. You may think that actually they are your best interests at heart. But actually, you need to understand they are all working together with the narcissist. So release them as well. Let them go. Don't find them. Don't contact them. Don't call them crying what your husband did, what your wife did. Don't do that. Okay? Another thing what you're going to do on the journey of breaking a trauma bond, you're going to create some new habits, okay, for yourself. Try to jump into the things that you never liked back in the days, okay? There was a particular food that you didn't like back in the days. Eat that food. Take it easy. Eat that food. There used to be an exercise that you used to do. Switch up a little bit to a different exercise. If you're a person who didn't used to exercise, you didn't want to go to the gym, you can start actually going to the gym. So switch up the energy a little bit, okay? Try to divert your attention away from the things that you used to do back in the days and create some new hobbies for yourself. It could be going to the sauna, going to the spa. You could be going for a morning run. It could even sometimes be something as simple as waking up in the morning and going for a run, or going for a walk in the park, or maybe sometime adopting a dog, adopting a pet. It could be anything, but switch up a little bit of things that are around you and activities around you at that time, okay? Another thing what I can talk about on breaking a trauma bond is try to see this situation for what it is, okay? Don't try to gaslight yourself that you're doing a mistake. That is one of the most common things that most of the empaths, they actually do. You leave this person, or you discard yourself out, or they discarded you, you're blaming yourself. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you did it, maybe you missed out on something. Maybe you're missing out on anything. You're not missing out on anything. You are not missing out on anything. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When you have left a narcissist, you are not missing anything. The only thing you're missing is to getting your life back. That's it. You're not missing them. You're not missing out on anything. Don't even worry what is going on with them. Another thing which I want to talk about, very powerful in breaking a trauma bond. Do not stalk. This is a very common thing with empaths. Do not go around sniffing around their social medias. Okay, don't sneak up on their social medias, because now you're going to become a stalker. Checking what they are doing with the new supply. They bought a new car. Sometimes you will see empaths. Oh, how come that this narcissist, they have met somebody new? They have bought a Mercedes and they have bought a Jaguar. Don't worry about those stuff. Don't worry about the damn thing. Okay? Let them buy the whole world if they want to. Let them get married. Let them have kids. Don't hear about it. Don't look for it. Don't sneak up on their social medias. It is going to trigger you. If you have left a very toxic individual, they are going to do everything they can to make sure that they trigger you. So they know that you're going to be watching them. And they're going to post a lot of these things that they're doing on social media. Actually, I would even recommend deactivate your social media. Okay? Deactivate your social media. Pull down your Instagrams, even at least temporarily. Pull down your Facebooks. Pull down your, TikToks. Whatever you have going on online, pull it down. You're going ghost. When you sneak up on the social media of a narcissist, of an ex-narcissist, you are going to continue to get triggered. You are seeing these new girlfriends they have. Maybe they have got the prettiest girl in town. Maybe they have bought a new car. They have bought a new house. Don't worry about that. So the farther away you stay from them is also the better you're going to be working at breaking this trauma bond, because this is a connection that you have got with them. So for the connection to break, physically even, you need to create space between the two of you. Okay? Don't check out what they are doing. Don't check out where they had their last meal. Don't check out where they went on the vacation. Don't worry about that. Okay? Go ghost. Don't sneak up on them. Another thing, what you should do, I would recommend, it's okay to mourn the loss of any relationship, okay? But with a narcissist, I wouldn't recommend that you continue watching the same programs that you used to watch when you was with them. Because whenever you're going to tune into those programs, you are actually going to see them in your mind sitting next to you, watching the same program. Don't watch the same TV shows. Don't watch the same series, okay? Do not listen to the same music. Don't go in your kitchens and try to cook the same food. The same food that the two of you guys used to eat back in the days. The two or three of you guys used to eat back in the days. Do not cook the same food. Everything has got to be switched up, because a trauma bond is like some kind of, it brings back, these memories are like connected to these, the memories that you usually have. If your memories and your mind is always filled with that individual, it is also actually slowing down the healing process, and it's also actually slowing down breaking that bond that you have got with them. Okay? So don't try to jump into the same things that you used to do, the same TV shows, the same music, the same TV soaps, I don't know, whatever, the same type of food. Don't switch up everything. Everything has got to switch up. And another one I want to talk about basically is to try to do things that make you happy. Okay? Try to do things. I know you're no longer watching some programs. You're no longer listening to some type of music. Try to do those little things. Take one step at a time. Listen to some music, different types of music. Watch some comedy, things that can actually boost your vibration, okay? Your energy and your vibration. Comedy shows, very funny stuff, storylines or things like that. Anything that you can do to smile, okay? When you get into that energy of happiness and smiling, it actually shifts you out of low vibrational energy, okay? Now, like I've said, that I'm going to do a whole video on what you need to understand about the trauma bond and how to energetically pull away from that trauma bond, from the narcissist. This has been more of the physical practices that you can do here and there to get you very far away from that connection, okay? Emotional, at least even physically. But one thing what I can guarantee you as well before I close this video, the moment you successfully break out of a trauma bond with a narcissist, you are going to see the real creature that you have been dealing with. You are going to see the demon that you've been dealing with this entire time. You are going to see the real person that you've been dealing with. Okay? It will not be a pretty sight. It may manifest. You may see sometimes you've been dealing with a demon. You may see sometimes you've been dealing with evil. You could have been dealing with a witch. You are going to see the whole mask full face down, or full, or what do they call it? You're going to see the mask slipped all the way down. You're going to look through the person, and you're going to see that you did a very big mistake from the very first time to meet those individuals. They were not supposed to be a part of you. Sometimes you may see this little child, very desperate little child, very scared, very insecure, very desperate. You're going to see the person, and you're going to figure out that the more even sometimes you look at them, if they're around that vicinity, if you run into them or something like that, they disgust you. You feel very disgusted. You don't even know how you got into this mess. You don't know how you got with them. You're feeling like you're even regretting the whole experience. That's how you know that you've started breaking out of a trauma bond. When you start to see that individual for who they are, and you finally acknowledge the mistakes that you did for you to get into those entanglements that you didn't even know about, okay? You're finally going to be able to see the real picture of that individual that you've been dealing with. And I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? You will be free. But again, there's work to do. The earlier you start this work, is the better for you, okay? Is the closer you get to your healing, okay? So wait for the video on the energetic disconnection from a narcissist, how you break away energetically from them, and what you need to know about this kind of individuals on a spiritual and energetic level. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you think about the video. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. If your case is a little bit different and I may not have mentioned some other scenarios in your situation, then you may get in touch with me. I'll take you through this process of what you need to do to energetically disconnect from this kind of individuals. That is how you break a trauma bond. Like the page, share and subscribe. You know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session if you want to. For the most of you guys who want to donate or support my channel, you will see the links you need in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.